Hello, everyone, and welcome to this new edition of Message of Hope. And today I have the pleasure to be with Andrea Vallely, who is joining us from beautiful Florida today. She's also a transformative coach and being with the 3P Understanding for the last 5 years, right?
Yes. Yep.
Welcome, Andrea, or
Thank
Andy.
you. Yes. Thank you.
Welcome. Welcome. Thank you for joining us today. And I will ask you the famous question.
Okay, good.
And the famous question is, how does having this understanding, how does that help you in time of stress or anxiety or COVID or whatever shows
Yeah.
up in your
Yeah.
life?
It's a life changer. And it's so funny that you're asking me this question because I was just finishing up my newsletter and I always write whatever's coming up for me and what I'm noticing in my life. And I'm what's happened for me, I've been coaching for 10 or 12 years already, but it was only the past 5 years that I was introduced to this understanding. I would say I was looking in this direction, but there was like that one missing piece. And what's so interesting is it wasn't like this, oh my God, my whole life has changed. But it is, oh my God, my whole life has changed. It's just happened over time. And I've noticed how how much um, how much easier it is for me to be in the world without having a lot of stuff on how the world has to look in order for me to be okay. And I was just writing about something really, really silly, but it pertains to how we experience life and what is, important to us and what has the opportunity to sort of bring us up and down, you could say. Silly thing, but I broke my toe. And in breaking my toe, it has taken away the ability for me to go on my morning walks. And I'm used to walking for 3 or 4 miles every morning. It's the first thing I do. I get up in the morning and I shoot out of the house. First thing I do. And I was reflecting on how previously in my life, this would have been a thing. It would have been a big drama with the toe, but what would have been even bigger was that in my mind, that walk would have been exercise for me. And it would have been, oh no, how am I going to make up that exercise in my life because now I'm not doing it? And what I notice now is that I'm okay with if I can't take my walk for a month or two. Like it's just not even a thing for me, but it used to be something that would totally take me down. It sounds really silly, but I was trapped in this sort of equation in my mind of how much exercise I needed to get every day. So,
Been there.
yeah. And I was trapped in it. And I still, I'm still going to yoga, doing the best I can. I still go to my gym classes. I just modify. But that piece would have been a stress for me. And I would have had to figure out how am I going to make that up. I probably would have like gone to the gym and sat on the bike or I just would have done something because in my mind, it would not have been about the meditative opportunity for me to just be in nature in the morning. It would have been, like a mission. So I just notice in my life where life is happening and even a silly little circumstance like that, which would have been big for me in the past, but that would have, like I said, become a problem and become a focal point for me. So, what I've seen with this understanding is that even with the pandemic, um, I would have probably fallen into the maze of the pandemic. I would have probably gotten very heavy into the story. It would have created a lot of debilitating thought for me. And what I found was that when that happened, um, I felt this natural, like I knew that we were okay. I knew that we were going to be okay. I knew that we would adjust. I knew that the world would adjust. I just felt this underlying okayness that I didn't know was there for me before in my life. Like I didn't know that I had this natural insurance policy that's sort of always holding me up. I wasn't aware of that. So when life would happen around me, I would fall victim to it. So that would be in relationships, in friendships, in my career, with my family, just health, over everything. I would have fallen victim to it. So it was sort of like I would have sort of jumped from victimhood to victimhood in each little circumstance in my life. And now it just amazes me how things come up and I I just find that my reaction to them is so different than it used to be. It just comes from a more like a calm, matter of fact, what do we need to do to handle this state, rather than me actually becoming the problem, which is where I was before I saw this, because I believed, I did not see that we are living in an inside out world. I did not see that. There was a missing piece. There was a piece of me that I felt as though I needed to fix. Even though I was looking in this direction, I didn't fully see that I was okay and that everyone is okay.
Mm.
I didn't see that everyone has this innate well-being, that even when they're stuck in a very messy mind or what feels or looks like a messy mind, I didn't see that their wellness was always there as well. And I feel like that is so, gosh, that's a game changer in relationships,
Yeah.
you know?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, to see that everyone, even if you're with someone and you feel like something's not quite right, or maybe they're not, you know, doing or being exactly who you want them to be, focusing on that is just assisting them in not being who they really are. And seeing their innate well-being, seeing their health is actually helping create the space for them to, you know, experience their own magnificence. So it's been a game changer in every aspect of my life. I can't, I'm like waving my flag, you know, for Sid Banks articulating this and bringing it to the world, because it truly is, it's that missing piece that we're all looking for. We're all looking for peace of mind. And it is that missing piece.
Yeah. And we don't have to look outside of ourselves
Yeah. Yeah.
to find it. It's always there, waiting
Yeah.
for us.
Yeah. It's just amazing. It's just, you know, and I know you feel the same way. It's like once you see this, you want everyone to see this, because we are suffering at the mercy of a messy, heavy mind. That's where our suffering is. It's not because of the world. It's our, as you know, it's our thinking about the world and what we make of it, and what we have on that. And once we see that that's illusory, it's transitory, it's like, oh, wait a second, you know, I still go up and down, you know, I'm still on the roller coaster of life, but I'm not the roller coaster where before I was the roller coaster, and now I'm just on it. And it's just such a different experience of the world. So it's just been
And
incredible.
I know you work with teenagers,
Hmm.
and that must be great, no? Because we're trained from a young age, no? Oh, let's say I feel anxious, let's say. And then the parents say, well, what's going on? What's wrong? What's no? So what's outside of you that makes you feel this way? I think also teachers do that with the kids.
Sure.
And it must be great to work with the teenagers and
Yeah, it's
with
wonderful. They
them.
usually they get it so quick. They see it so quick, usually, not always, but most of the time, because again, they haven't had as much contamination as we have as adults. So yeah, it's amazing. You know, they're so much closer to it than we are most of the time, not always. So it is really fun to explore with them, because it just seems that it's easier for them to see this. They don't fight me as much as the adults, which I understand, because listen, like 15 years ago, I would have thought I was crazy. I really would have thought, oh, what, you know, what the heck is she on? You know, the world is the world. Like I would not have seen it the way I do today. So it, you know, it just makes sense that, you know, the more we've been impacted by the world in a certain way, that looks real to us. So to shift and see, oh, wait a second, that was an illusion. It's not always easy, but it's so worthwhile just continuing to inquire about it and continuing to get curious about it.
Yeah, because the special effect of our mind is quite good to make us believe that it's real.
Yeah.
Um, yeah.
Yes, it's the Steven Spielberg of our world, right? It really is. You're right. The special effects system is brilliant, and unless we question it, we're, you know, we might be playing a role that doesn't feel so good.
Well, thank you, Andrea, for
Thank
your
you.
time and wisdom. And if people want to find you, where can they find you?
Yes, they can go to shifthappensconsulting.com. Yeah. Go to shifthappensconsulting.com. I'm also on Facebook. You can also find us at spreadhappy.net. My Facebook page is Spread Happy. My Instagram page is Spread Happy Now. And I'm on LinkedIn, Andrea Vallely. And Twitter is Spread Happy Now as well.
Wow.
Yeah.
All the medias.
Yes. That's what we do. That's what you have to do today. I mean, that's how people find you today. But yeah. Thank you so much, Martine. This was so much fun. And I love this little tidbit. It's just wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you.